Mare.
And I'm Anna.
Today we will be doing the low back cut shirt. I got this t-shirt at Target for $5. I would recommend buying the swoop neck kind of shirt because it's just easier to follow the line when you're cutting, and it's not as rigid when you make the cut. Also, we have a Instagram account called That's So Hipster Babe with underscores before and after every word. That'd be great if you could follow us. So we're going to get started. The first thing you're going to need is scissors and just a plain t-shirt, no writing on the front or the back.
Okay. Oh God. So the first thing that we're going to do, I like to flip it upside down because it's just going to be easier to show you how to cut. So the first thing you want to do is cut off the sleeves. And you either can follow straight down, but those make really big armpit holes.
So you're just going to start from the top and follow the line. You don't have to make this a tank, but we personally like it because it's nice in the summer so you don't get too hot. And as you can see, she did a little rigid, but she can clean that up. Also, don't worry about how if you get an extra small, because the shirts are really big at Target. So if you get an extra small and it's too big, it's fine because we're going to be making this a crop top. We're just going to be cutting it off right here.
Okay, so I'm on the second sleeve. So I followed the armpit hole because it's just a little bit easier to cut like that, so you don't have like giant holes.
Also, all these strings here, it doesn't really matter because it kind of gives it that boho look. But if you want to clean it up after, that's totally fine. So now we're going to turn the shirt over.
Oh, God. Rotate it again.
And you're just going to follow, if you can see through, we're just going to follow that and make a cut. We will cut the collar off afterwards.
Oh, and when you're using the scissors, don't make short cuts, or else it gives it the jagged look that I don't really like.
And when you're doing the cuts, you might want a friend to pull it because it just makes a cleaner look.
Also, it's optional, but don't be afraid to cut off these if they're not quite good enough, if you don't like it, because I tied mine on a different shirt.
Yeah, you can cut them off and then tie them, and it just looks really cute.
Or if you make this low enough, you can make it a razor back, which is really cute with any scraps you have. So I'm going to make it a little bit lower, just so.
And under this, we wear bandeaus, and it's just a cute look for the summer. You can also wear a bathing suit underneath to the beach. It can be a little cover-up. You can also do this with dresses, and it will look the same. I've seen dresses before that have that low back.
Just make sure that for your first shirt, don't use anything too nice because it's always a good thing to like practice. Because trust me, the first time I did this, it was so bad. And when you're doing this, make sure you don't get to the second layer, or else you're gonna have like little lines.
And sometimes on our first try, we like to put a cutting board or a cooking pan in between the two layers just to make sure we didn't cut this layer too.
It's okay that I made it a little bit jagged because I'm just going to clean that up afterwards. Okay, so next you want to do the crop top, and you can cut it to pretty much any single length that you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here.
And as you can see, one sleeve is bigger than the other, but you can just cut that right off.
Or adjust it. Because you can do whatever you want with these shirts. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up later, but I'm going to cut this and retie them just so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, then. Well, pretty much if you tied it, it would just have little bows here, and then if you wanted to make it razor back, it would look like that.
And you can just get a scrap and cut a little piece off and then tie it together. Also, if you wanted that jagged, like the end of shorts, how there's little strings hanging off, if you wanted that all down here, you just get sandpaper and just make it distressed.
Okay, so next, because I don't really like this collar, I'm just going to take it off. So all you really have to do for taking off the collar is just to follow the line. And once again, for when you do this, you either want to pull it tight or make long cuts, because you don't want like to be short and jagged.
And we're just going to cut a couple pieces off just to make it look
A little bit
cleaned
better.
up. And if the straps are too small, you can just again cut it into
and tie
bows. Right now, we're just going to show you the simple way, but afterwards we will cut and make it into bows.
Make it better.
It's just like a shoelace.
So I'm gonna go run and get the ones that we did beforehand, just to show you.
And they can be really comfortable PJ tops. They can be anything like that.
Okay, so this one we got. Let me get this shirt. Okay, I have to find. Okay.
So we got this at Target too.
And I basically did the same thing, but when we were practicing on this type of top, I cut the strings a little bit too short. So
we will have pictures on our Instagram page on That's So Hipster Babe with underscores before and after every word, and we will show pictures of the shirts.
Sorry, it was inside out. So basically, what it was this would be the front, and it wasn't that low because of the straps, but in the back, I tied it, and it's a pretty low shirt, so it would be like this in the back. And it actually is a pretty smooth cut, and they kind of fold over. So if yours fold over, that's what you kind of want to go for.
You can also iron it if you don't like that.
Yeah, and these straps are really big because I cut it from the bottom of the shirt. And you also can just make it a little bit smaller if you want to do this. Or you can cut it into thirds and make it like braids if you want.
So that's our video for today. I really hope you like it. This is our first video, so it was not perfect. But we got our inspiration from Meredith Foster. We're using ideas from her, but we're not going to copy her. Our videos are just going to be a little more simplified. Please leave comments down below on what you would like our next video to be. Thumbs up, and please follow us on Instagram and subscribe. Thanks.